Today I will be talking to you about determination. In Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. In my life, there have been many problems in which I was determined, and God helped me through each one. One of them was when I was 17 years old and I broke my leg. It was a terrible break, and my doctors predicted that I would miss the rest of my soccer season and the whole basketball season. Even though it seemed unlikely that I would heal and make it back in time for any part of the basketball season, after a couple months of listening to everything the doctor had me do to heal and a lot of praying, God blessed me and allowed me to play in the last couple of games, which meant the world to me. Through my determination, God blessed me with His help. I beat the odds, and the doctor was shocked on how fast I healed. As Christians, if we are determined and we do everything to honor God, He will bless us. Christians that are determined will achieve God's will. It allows them to persist in the face of difficulty, and it will allow them to make tough decisions to accomplish God's goals. Christians that are determined will achieve God's will. Christians need determination to spread the gospel. Christians need determination to serve. In the story of Job and his friends, who can say that they have suffered more than Job did? I don't know anyone that has. God allowed Satan to do whatever he pleased to Job, to a degree that he started to despair even of life. His friends accused him of sin. His wife told him to curse God out and die. And Job never did find out the reason why God allowed him to suffer so much. He lost his children, his wealth, his health, his crops, his livestock. He even lost the relationship of his wife and friends, who turned on him and accused him of suffering because of his sins. Job felt like he was God's worst enemy due to his suffering, and he started complaining about God on his condition. Job suffered so much that he said, "I loathe my very life. Therefore, I'll give free rein to my complaint and speak out in the bitterness of my soul. I say to God, do not declare me guilty, but tell me what charges you have against me. Does it please you to oppress me? Does it spurn the work of your hands while you smile on the plans of the wicked?" Through all that suffering, through the determination, Job got through it, and God blessed him so much. Not only does determination achieve God's will, but allows Christians to persist in the face of difficulty. Determination allows Christians to persist in the face of difficulty. Determination gives a firmness of purpose. In the definition of the American Heritage Dictionary, determination means the firmness of purpose or resolve. Having a firmness of purpose allows us to be able to do so much more for God. A determined person in God can achieve anything they put their mind to. In the story of a young man named Glenn Cunningham, he was caught up in an explosion in his school. His legs were very burned. The doctors recommended to his parents to amputate both of Glenn's legs. But he was so distressed that his parents helped him to stop them from carrying out the procedure. The doctors believed he would never walk normally again. He had lost all the flesh in his legs, lost all the toes on his left foot. Glenn, however, was determined, and with a great amount of hours spent in therapy, he gradually regained the use of his legs. In the early summer of 1919, 2 years after the accident, Glenn began walking again. He started walking to school. He then started running to school. He loved running so much, he developed a love for running. Who was told he would never survive, he was never to walk again. He ran the fastest mile ever. He competed in both the 1932 Summer Olympics as well as the 1936 Summer Olympics. He was voted the most popular athlete by his fellow Olympians. Not only does determination achieve God's will and allows us to persist in the face of difficulty, but it gives a person the ability to make difficult decisions to accomplish God's goals. Determination is the ability to make difficult decisions and accomplish God's goals. David was determined to win against Goliath with God's help. That is just one of the greatest examples of determination. David was so determined to beat Goliath, and with God's help, he allowed it to happen. Another example was Paul. He was determined to spread the gospel, and he so did. And he knew the final goal in his life was, and so that allowed him to have the determination and gave him a firmness of purpose. A quote from Paul Wong: No other human power can match the determination. It is his potential to create heaven or hell, not just for oneself, but also for the world. It is the ultimate terminator, unstoppable and invincible. Nothing can stand in its way. Not obstacles, not dangers, not even death. Nations rise and fall on the backs of few determined souls. The most glorious, as well as the most heinous pages of human history, belong to individuals who are totally resolved and fearless in their single-minded pursuit, regardless of the costs. It was a great quote by Paul Lang. Determination will allow us to achieve God's will, to persist in the face of difficulty, and to make difficult decisions to accomplish God's goals. Christianity could have a much greater impact on our society and planet if every Christian had the determination for achieving God's will to be done in this world. A Christian with determination is unstoppable with God.